All right, ladies and gents, we're back. So we just brokered peace with the sylphs, as best as we could, anyway. And now we're looking for La Habrea, the masked man who showed up to us within the 1,000 miles of Total Rack. On the trail of a masked man? Aye, I've heard of him, but only in hushed tones and faint whispers. It said he carries a black hooded robe and looks like right suspicious, and that's all about all I can say, little though it is. Thanks. Here's an impassive merchant over here. Have I seen a masked man wearing a dark robe? No, I haven't. Nor do I wish to. Business is bad enough without shitty characters lurking about. Folk have been giving High Bridge a wide berth because of all the Quiquin raids. None of the most devout of pilgrims are willing to come here anymore. It's Carbuncle time! Multiloquent merchant. Aye, I've heard tell of the masked devil. Seems it has been apparent not only around Highbridge, but elsewhere around Balthanaland too. Enough folk have reported seeing him to convince me that he's more than a figment of the imagination, but little is known about him otherwise. Not really served us much information at all. We do have a behemoth mount, though. On this big fucker. Judging by your expression, I take it you didn't learn much of use. Look, I'm sorry for my rudeness earlier. It's just that things are tough for us merchants at the moment. The Quiquin raids are constant, so organized, we're beginning to suspect that someone is orchestrating it all. I tend to put my own welfare first, like most of us do, but that doesn't mean I'm a bad person. I promise to keep an eye out for your masked man. If I see or hear anything, you'll be the first to know. Yay, we leveled up. Where there's smoke. So, I finally got some honest-to-God's information about your masked man. Why so confident? Because I saw him with my own two eyes. I was out for an evening stroll, minding my own business, when I noticed a column of smoke rising from a cliff over at Thal's Respite. Curious, I took myself there to find a masked man. Your masked man, I'm sure of it, standing by a fire. As if in an answer, some Quiquin appeared soon after, and the group began talking at length. I'm afraid I was far too out of earshot to hear much of anything. After the group had dispersed, an idea came to me. If you were to use this smoldering coal to start a fire, you might be able to arrange a similar meeting. It'll be dangerous, I shouldn't doubt, but you've proven yourself more than a match for a pack of rats. So, what do you think? That's some sound, reliable information, even if I do say so myself. Well worth all the lingering you've been doing, wouldn't you say? Okay. We shall see, I guess. Oh, winged horse. Little Pegasus. Bumblebeetle. And leading me back up to Gridania, it looks like. Speak. It is right by South Shad. A red-hot piece of carbonized wood that, when placed on wet wood or leaves, will create a billowing tower of smoke that can be seen from miles. Smoldering core. Cool. Core. Oh, hey there, Corpse Brigade. This guy appeared immediately. Okay. Well, unfortunate. Let's head back down to Hihibaru. At Highbridge. All right, here we go. Look at that sky. Look at that moon. The moon! Back so soon? Were you able to find any clues leading to your masked man? Ward of the Destroyer. A paper ward inscribed with a prayer to the patron deity of Ala Mhigo. Ralger. The scroll! It bears a prayer to Ralger, the Destroyer! In case you're unfamiliar, Ralger is the guardian deity of Ala Mhigo, which is currently under Garlean rule. It is highly uncommon for folk of other nations to revere him. I'd wager my last guild that your assailant was Ala Mhigan. It seems this masked man of yours is very well connected. I must confess, the merchant in me envies such a diverse network of contacts. That selfsame merchant also senses danger ahead, and darkness besides. Are you certain you'd rather not take things nice and slow here at Highbridge? On to Little Ala Mhigo. Hihibaru has a suggestion to help you with your investigation. The Ala Mhigan bandit you had a run-in is somehow connected to your masked man of mystery, so it stands to reason that if you want to pick up the trail again, you should head towards Little Ala Mhigo, over in southern Thanalan. Just so you know what to expect, the settlement is the favorite destination of those refugees who couldn't, well, adapt to life in Ul'dah. The hearts of the denizens are said to be as barren as the wastelands they live in, and for all intents and purposes, it's a lawless place. Be prepared for a not-so-warm welcome. Now, I'm not certain how much help she will be, but it just so happens I have a daughter who has relocated to Little Ala Mhigo. Her name is Hihira, and it shouldn't hurt to seek her at first. And while you have her attention, I'd be obliged if you could send my love. Not a day goes by that I don't think of her. I suppose this is it then. I had hoped that you would linger here a while, cull some fiends, spend some coin, what have you, but something tells me you're destined for greater things wherever it is you end up. I wish you the best. Okay, so we're going to another new location, guys. So we have not actually been to southern Thanalan before, so this will be exciting. Oh yeah, you can get a good look at the burning wall here. And me running into a rock. Not the rock, just a rock. Look at those Tucos. He's shaking his butt. Okay, so we want to head down this way. So that quest I picked up from Nedrick in Vesper Bay actually will lead us down to southern Thanalan anyway, so it works out. Here we go. We have gotten to southern Thanalan. Southern Thanalan is pretty interesting in that it is a gigantic zone. Like, gigantic. Probably one of the biggest zones we've been to yet. So first thing I'm going to do, though, is we're going to go over here and turn in this side quest, just because it's here. It's easiest to do so. Now, Little Ala Mhigo is that gate right there. We're going to head over here to these ruins. Remember how in the beginning of the game they made a big deal about golems being animated and whatnot? Now there's just fucking golems just walking around this area. He wants to fight too. Maybe they'll fuck him up over here. Anyway, our goal here is to talk to Bibimu and turn in the quest. Welcome to the Sunken Temple of Khan, or what remains of it at least, used by ancient Baladians as a place to worship the sun goddess Azima. Much about the temple's history remains shrouded in mystery. While we have sent a research team into the depths, I regret to say that the investigation proceeds at a snail's pace. That is, when it proceeds at all. It would seem that the Baladians have rigged the temple with all manner of devious traps and snares, to deter temple robbers, no doubt. We have recruited adventurers to assist in disarming the traps, but be forewarned, many who have entered have yet to return. Should you wish to brave the depths, we would reward your aid. Hey, the Sunken Temple of Khan is now accessible. Now, this dungeon is not doable via Duty Finder. At least, I don't think it will be. Duty Support? Yeah, Duty Support doesn't exist for that one. So that one's entirely an optional dungeon. So I'm not going to be bothering with it until possibly later in the story. There is one part in the story where I'm fairly certain they make you do that dungeon, but they may have changed that when they revamped The Realm Reborn. Okay, onward to Little Ala Mhigo. Mira's Sinking Temples. Maybe. Look at that, there's an 8th right here. It's legitimately a problem. You think so? I don't know. I feel like I do pretty good. Why, yes. He Baru's my father. He said, what? Ah, I wish I could be a better daughter to him. It's just that... Oh, I'm sorry. I shouldn't be bothered with my family matters. But I am grateful to you for delivering the message. Now then, what brings you here? A masked man? I'm afraid the description doesn't ring any bells, but one of the others here may have seen something. I would recommend you first speak with Gundabald, the leader of the settlement. I must warn you, though, he isn't exactly accommodating to outsiders. Hey there, Gundabald. Who are you? State your business and be quick about it. Looking for a masked villain, you say? And why should we help you, pray? We struggle enough without having to answer to the whim of every outsider. You are not welcome here. Be gone. Alright, well that was quick. Fuck, a lot of good that did. Am I supposed to have a quest? I am, but it's back up here. Okay. Alright. Gisselbat, Flame Commander. Well met, adventurer. I am Gisselbat, head of security here at Little Ala Mhigo. I heard tell that you had business with Gundabald. Knowing the bristle bear, I don't doubt he told you to bugger off. Owing to the hardships, the refugees don't trust anyone but themselves. Not even my men can get so much of a word of thanks out of them, despite watching the place day and night. But thanks to know, I try to help my fellow man when I can, and you seem a decent sort, so if you tell me what's brought you here, I might be able to I can lend a hand. On the trail of a masked villain, you say? Can't say that sounds familiar, but I have men on lookout for a Mulja to the south of here. If there's been any suspicious activity, they're like to have seen it. I had a mind to take them each a cup of sweet vanillin tea so as to lift their spirits. If you'd have run this little errand in my stead, they'd be all the more willing to tell you what they know. Hurrah, we get to run tea now. Okay, so we got one there and one across the bridge. I used to run a lot of fates in this area as well. Again, for the Atmas needed to make the Zodiac weapon. Who the hell's are you? I'm trying to pull a flow of energy here, so leave me alone! A piping hot infusion of freshly picked young vanillin tea leaves mixed with rich algoat cream and a generous spoonful of golden cactar flower honey. Leech, you considerate, my friend. What's that? A masked villain hiding among the refugees like as not? Me compatriots as live here go about as though they're dead on their feet. 'Tis near impossible to tell what's on their minds. For all I know, they're all up to no good. Okay. That helped, I guess. Now we get to cross this bridge. Hey, there's some water down there. Look at these ruins. Look at that over there. Angry River. You there! Are you an Amalja? No? Then carry on. Ah, the sophisticated aroma. It has been forever since I had dropped a drop of sweet vanillin. I'm gonna enjoy this. What? A masked man? Don't know, don't care. Unless he's got dark scaly skin, stands 10 foams tall, and has the face of a lizard, then I don't give a mummer's fart. Okay, thanks. Oh, fucking good that did. Huh. Okay, there's just a group of tempered people moving around over there with abducted Ala Mhigans. That's gonna be a fate. Shoo, shoo, don't bother me. If the Amalja overrun us, I'm blaming you. For me? You shouldn't have. Sorry, a suspicious masked man? As a matter of fact, I caught a glimpse of someone fitting that description during patrol. Well, I couldn't quite make out whether it was a man or not, what with the mask and the robe. But assuming it was a he was talking with some Ala Mhigans. I assume he was one of them. Okay. Finding our masked man, slowly but surely. Okay. Jump. Jump. And back up into Little Ala Mhigo. What's called T for 3. Okay, here we go. Ah, you're back. So do my lookouts have a lot to share with you? That doesn't sound like much to go by. If you're going to get any further in your investigation, it seems to me you'll need the cooperation of the Ala Mhigans. For this, you'll need to win their trust. And that won't be an easy task. Thanks. Hey, we got a pair of pants here that are going to be super good. But it also looks like they might be pants and boots combined. So, you're determined to press on with your investigation. Then I have some advice to offer. As I said before, you won't go far without the Ala Mhigans' trust. And the best way to win that trust is to get a compatriot of theirs, someone they respect, to vouch for you. Coin does the talking and well duh, but the Ala Mhigans are bound by something far stronger, if not a tangible, not as tangible, a common purpose. That purpose, of course, is the liberation of their home from the Garleans. Gundabal belongs to the Ala Mhigan resistance, so your best bet would be someone who's part of the same crew. If you know anyone well-connected people, you might start by asking them. Oh good, I have to go back to Minfilia. Can I just use my link pearl? Off we go then. Off we go then. Right. Okay, here we go. in to see Minfilia. As I mentioned before, this area here is actually unique to you. It's Tancred. What are you doing, Tancred? Ah, Miro, pray do not concern yourself with my welfare. My current investigation has yielded some curious results, and at present I am pondering how best to proceed. Alright. Oh, hang on. I thought that Lullafell had Miro hair for a sec. And walk close is not quite Miro. Okay, hi there, Minfilia. We're back. Welcome back, Miro. How fares the investigation? I see. Given all that they have suffered, it is little wonder that the Ala Mhigan refugees have lost faith in their fellow man. Had they had their homeland taken from them, and for the past 2 decades have had to see it remain in the enemy's clutches. To compound matters, none of the 3 city-states have the means to take in all those who were displaced. As a result, a great many Ala Mhigans now live on the margins of society, suffering poverty and discrimination. But more could be done to ease their hardships. I fear that nothing short of reclaiming their homeland would be a lasting solution. But let us deal with one problem at a time. Returning to the matter of your investigation, it just so happens there is an Ala Mhigan native among the Scions. I should be pleased to introduce him to you. Alright, so these pants I may not end up wearing. Because... So my pants right now are 71 plus 42, right? So that's 113, I think. And the pants I just got are 107, so they're worse overall. Plus, I get less stats from these two. But I'll equip them to show you what they look like. See? Very heavy looking. Alright. Back to Minfilia. Minfilia wants to introduce you to the Ala Mhigan member of the Scions. Your Ala Mhigan comrade is named Heribert. He joined our cause in the hopes that he might find a way to liberate his homeland. While he spares no effort towards that endeavor, I have no doubt that he would be glad to assist you. If I recall correctly, Heribert is currently between missions. Try looking for him in the storage area. Alright. Somebody here named Clive. Biggs and Wedge, Arianja, Una Tayun. If it isn't Miro Prentice, the Scion's rising star, is there aught I can do for you? You wish to win the trust of the people of Little Ala Mhigo. That is a daunting task, my friend, even for our own countrymen. I would like nothing more to help, but I'm afraid my name no longer carries weight with that. I used to be a member of the Ala Mhigan Resistance, but I left in favor of joining the Scions. Though my allegiance may have shifted, my purpose remains ever the same, the liberation of Ala Mhigo. Yet, whatever my reasons were, I abandoned my comrades, and they'll have nothing to do with me. Now, while I may have no more friends in the Resistance, I know someone who does. Her name is Albreda, and she is a resident of Quarry Mill. Say my name when you meet her, and she won't lead you astray. Alright, back to Quarry Mill. They're just taking me all over the place. You open the storage area with a closet. Nah, they're not quite that bad for space. Doing that hard up for space. Hey there, Alberta. Oops. Hey, you want me to... Harry Bear sent you? That worthless whoreson. He abandons his comrades, his woman, and now he has the gall to ask me for a favor? Simply incredible. I realize Harry Bear was only doing what he felt was right. He's a good man, and if he trusts you, then that's all I need to know. You see that bloke there? That's Meffred, a captain of the Resistance. I hope he can give you what you need. Hey there, Meffred. What's going on? Killing him softly. Hi, I'm Meffred, a proud man of the Ala Mhigo resistance. What business do you have with me, adventurer? Captain, it's Galleon, sir. His wound's gone infested, and he's burning up. I don't think he's got much time. God damn it, I asked the villagers for aid, got on my knees and begged, and they refused to lift a finger. If Galleon dies, his blood is on their hands. These quarry mill cravens would turn a blind eye to our plight, but they might listen to Albreda. I fear my anger will prevent me from rightly convincing anyone at the moment. I realize we scarce know each other, but this matter of life or death, please, adventurer, go to her and try. Alright, so we gotta save this guy's brother. You can see where this is leading. One of Meffred's in bad shape, you say? I'm sorry, but there's naught I can do. I want to help, truly I do. They're my countrymen after all, but that'd mean going against the elemental's will. I've been at Quarry Mill long enough to know how terrible the beings can be. I couldn't forgive myself if everyone gets banished because of me. If there's anyone who can help you, it'd be Charlene, the hamlet's resident healer, or hearer. If you take the matter to her, it might be she'll listen, though I wouldn't get my hopes up. And look, it's storming here now. Also, okay, interesting. Alright. Hey there, Charlene. You wish to aid the Ala Mhigans? You are possessed of a kind heart, adventurer, but I'm afraid I have not the authority to grant you your wish. The authority belongs to the elementals, eternal guardians of the 12-slid. All outsiders, be they babes at the breasts or men grown to be judged of a night whether they may have a place beneath the boughs. Alas, the Ala Mhigan's petition has been denied. Harsh though it may seem, they do not have leave to receive of the wood's bounty. Ever has it been since time immemorial, and ever shall it be. Oh, okay, that was rude. If that's how it's to be, then the bloody hero may as well kill Galleon herself. Spit on the elementals and spit on their bloody will. I cannot wait until the resistance is free of this place. Meffred needs your help to save a wounded comrade. I led my men to Quarry Mill, hoping to find refuge. Instead, we found indifference. The cold-blooded bastards here want us out, and I can't oblige them soon enough. The problem is, some of mine aren't fit to travel. Hells, Galleon can't even stand. And as you well know, the people of this accursed hamlet won't help us, so I've no choice but to turn to you, adventurer. In my homeland, long antelope horn is a traditional remedy with poison-purging properties. If you could bring me, say, 4 horns, I'd be forever in your debt. Alright. Oh, they don't have to have Quarry Mill. Let's go do that. That'll be the last thing we do on stream today. Let's get this guy his antelope horns. Not gonna take very long at all, as you can see. Oh, my drought chocobo. I'm sure the elementals aren't gonna be happy about this, but fuck them. Ah, you're back. Tell me you've got 4 horns with you. This particular specimen is almost twice as long as a normal horn. How it grew to be the size in a single season is baffling. You're a godsend, adventurer. Praise Valga, there's at least one woman in this place who gives a damn. Now, we need to find a way to prepare them. You wouldn't happen to know a man named Buscarin, would you? Some comrades of mine told me about him once. They said he never turns away folk in need, no matter where they're from. Seeing as he runs a tavern, he's like to have the tools to make the medicine. I'd be grateful if you could take the horns to him and have them ground down. When that's done, bring the powder back and give it to Pharamond here. Godspeed. Alright, so unfortunately, Pharamond and them are gonna have to wait, as this is as good a time as any to end stream. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for hanging out today. We got quite a bit done.